Okay.
The new pastor over here.
Okay, I've made a motion. There could be a committee, and that committee needs to take this and run with it.
Well, and that's the other thing I was going to address. If this is approved, once the committee gets together, then the committee can nominate a lead person within that committee.
Okay.
It's still open for discussion. Is there any other discussion at this time?
Did we start this when the 19 started really, and we kind of got back sidetracked because of this?
Did we start what?
Well, we started all this security stuff right around 19 came in.
Yeah.
And we kind of got sidetracked and never followed through on all this stuff.
Well, it was brought up at the February meeting.
Right.
Okay. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Vicky's got the first part of the notes, so when you're calm down and catch your breath,
Calm down.
you can take over from her. Okay. Michael, right now we're still at the top, and we're discussing the security committee that's going to be put together. There's a motion on the floor right now, and it has been seconded for Harold, Christy, Fred, Jacob, and myself to be part of that security committee. And we're taking questions at this time. If there's no other questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign? Okay.
Good.
All right, great.
Now, Mr. Moderator, the pastor would like to have a music committee that could spearhead this ministry. I would like to nominate Dakota and Miss Lynn for 2 of those members.
What?
Yeah.
I will, I can't.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to
could you
second.
serve on a music committee? Okay, Lynn, could you serve on a music committee?
If Dakota's the president of it. You're in charge, Dakota.
Would anybody else like to be on the music committee? Connie, did you ever do anything with music back at your old church? No?
Do you want to do anything with music at your new
did you?
church?
Okay.
Here's some good news. There is a USB port.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. All right. Would anybody else like to be on that committee? Lynn did say that there's a USB port on the piano, which means that music can be recorded on a thumb drive and stuck in there and played, so we can add to the songs that are already pre-recorded. I just need some.
Well, maybe we could get Mel to do so, because she's able to do that.
Well,
with her.
quite frankly, Mel, by her very position, should be on the committee.
I'm
Amen?
going to put Joel on the music committee.
All right. Joel is not here, so she can't say no. So, Mr. Moderator, I'd like to nominate Dakota, Lynn, Mel, and Jola for the music committee.
Okay.
I'll let her know that this evening.
Can I have a motion to that effect, please? All right, Harold. Second? Discussion? I guess we're supposed to have the discussion, but any discussion? Anybody else want to volunteer?
Just one comment on your USB port on your pen. You might pull the manual and just see what format that needs to be in before you record it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, it's too bad we don't know a retired guy that knows all about, that kind of stuff,
I don't
Manual.
I'm an electrical engineer, but I fooled around with enough stuff that I know that if you don't get the right format, it just looks at you like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Any further discussion?
Should musical director be the head of the music committee?
We'll let the committee decide that.
Yeah.
Joanne, okay?
She'll have to work with.
Well, every committee has to appoint their own.
Exactly, yeah.
I will, though, before I leave, I'll take the make and model off of that, and I'll see if I can find out what format that it needs to be in.
Okay.
He does not know that there's a whole manual that you work off of all the time. So there's a manual there, Harold.
Okay.
So, okay.
Hang on just a second.
Trish, you got a question?
Is Mel's position, is she like our music director, or is she just?
Okay, let's finish the committee and then let me address that.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Good.
Okay, good.
All right, Mr. Moderator, the next agenda item is music ministry. And let me report to the church that I text Mel and asked when she proposed that she was coming back. she never did answer the question. She referred to the USB, trying to get Jonathan to pre-record songs, things like that. She did not give me an answer. All right? So that's all I can say, is that she didn't answer me. I know that she has parents. She has 4 parents, actually, 3 that she's responsible for, but I don't know. And that's, quite frankly, that's why the pastor wants a committee, so he doesn't have to deal with this, and a committee can. Okay?
I guess I'm trying to be sensitive here. I feel like at some point we should maybe look at maybe bringing somebody in as like a music minister, and that person, and we've talked about this with children before, and I don't know if that'll get into your last line item, at there's times that you need a break and you need people, like someone that could lead worship and step in and preach when you need them to, and I mean, maybe that's something we start looking at, that's somebody that's going to be consistently here, that can set up the whole worship based off of your, and that's what I'm trying to be sensitive. It's not that I don't think she does a good job, but it's going to have to, like, moving into the future, we've got to start growing. That's a big part of people's experience
Worship
at
experience.
church, and I just feel like maybe that's something we need to consider.
Well,
and that's something.
I don't want to say outsourcing, but
Well, and that's
maybe
something that I think you should present to the music committee then, because it would be up to them to
look
take
into
care of that. Yeah.
Okay. We have been in this mode. I mean, let's face it. How many weeks, maybe even months, did I come out here and play music on the harp with the church empty? So we need. I agree with you, Trish. We need to start looking now at what the future is going to look like when we get back into the full swing of things, which, by the way, I think will be. It might take a couple more months, but I think we're going to be in the full swing of things. But that's all I can say about that. Okay? I miss people singing specials. I miss the choir. I miss that. So.
If we have the flash drive, they can do the specials now, see, because instead of using CDs, we can put that on a flash drive, and you can plug in the piano and play it through the piano.
Right.
So that they can go back to singing with that now,
Right.
too, if that works that way.
Okay.
Well, Jesse did leave instructions back there how to run a CD if somebody wants to sing specials.
Okay. Good. All right. That takes us then to missions. Will the mission chairman please present what's going on? Psst, that's you, Trish.
I know. I can prepare Trish. I'm going to stand up there because I got a good amount to share.
Okay. Just to give you I have my little thing from from what we did in 2019, and obviously 2020 has been a mess. I had set some goals for us for 2020, and that was to continue to support the people that we supported, which was ND Lama, the Osterbrocks, Resurrection Crossing. We have some children we support in Haiti, Operation Christmas Child, Camp Kirkwood, and Gene's not here tonight, is he? And then there was a little bit left that we talked about maybe for some other kind of local ministry as needed kind of stuff. My other goal was, so we were going to continue basically all the things that we gave to in 2019, we were going to continue, and then there was a little bit that would be available for some local stuff, or so it looks like most of that has been. Vicky's doing a really good job staying on top of all those. My other goal was to kind of create a missions team, and that would have been people that could spearhead specific projects.
Beth has done a really good job with Operation Christmas Child. Were you at the last meeting? In February? I think I said hopefully Beth will keep doing that, and then Jean has been doing Kirkwood, and then I was looking for maybe one or two other people that might spearhead some local stuff. I've talked a little bit with Lexi, and maybe one other person would be good for that. And the goal was to have a couple meetings a year, but then let people run with those activities. Since my focus is kind of in the past has been on Haiti, I wanted some help with some kind of getting more local people involved without me personally having to plan all of those things. Unfortunately, our meeting was in February, and then everyone knows what's happened. So I have not done that. I have not organized that, and that's something that I still need to follow up. But I did want to give an update on Haiti, because even in the times it feels like we're not actively doing stuff, our church, because of our financial contributions, is allowing missions to still take place. I got a really long email today. I asked for an update on Haiti. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you. But first off, I want y'all to know that Sally's classroom has been completed, and those kids are going back to school this week. So that, for those that don't know, money that was given in memory of Sally, we sent for a classroom, and she said that, I asked specifically about that, and it said 2 more classrooms are now completed, and this includes the one sponsored by Silver Grove. So to me, that's really great, because this one little line I'll read. It says, due to the generosity of many donors, we have been able to continue to distribute food to workers, 6 villages. We've continued to feed the school children 3 times a week, and when all the students return, they'll get to be fed 4 to 5 times a week. And we have been able to continue employing construction laborers continuously during this time frame. They have not had a team in Haiti since January, so all of the workers that we go down there with, that we hire as our translators or security, they have been the hands and feet in our absence, which is so cool, because they are packing rice and beans and taking it and serving their village. These people are wealthy in Haitian eyes, because they work for us, but they're still poor. So they're getting paid to serve their, I don't know that they're getting paid, but they're getting money sent to serve. So they're hoping to take a group back in September, and then if that goes well, then maybe trips will be able to start coming. Obviously, that's subject to change. Please express our appreciation to the church and individuals who sponsor students, and that covers their uniform, books, supplies, etc. So our church, part of the mission budget, we sponsor 4 as a church. My family sponsors a couple. I know Lexi sponsors some. If anybody wants to sponsor them, let me know, and I could hook you up. It's like $35 a month, and it sends the kids to school. But so that's Haiti.
And it feeds them.
It feeds them
These kids, most of them is the only meal they get that day.
Yeah, they get fed 4 days a week, and they continued feeding them even though their schools were also closed. But so if anybody's interested in that, you don't have to. I just wanted to give you an update on that. So things are still taking place in Haiti. As far as actual COVID, they've had very few impact, like physical, medical impact of it. All of their impact is coming from lack of supplies, lack of food, lack of people coming down there to serve, because the country revolves around aid from the United States. And then I'm going to just give you one more update that I'm really excited about, and I'd like to see our church get involved with. I have gotten involved with a new ministry called Luke 5 Adventures, and a friend of mine started it, and we take children who are disabled hiking, and it started out of Grace Chapel in Mason, and I am kind of on part of the joke that our title is the executive team, so I'm helping launch this. But I went down to Alabama with them in June with Johnny and Friends. So those of you who know who Johnny Erickson Tata is, she's kind of the I don't want to say poster child of